All right, y'all. Welcome to The Foil. This is Danny Cohen. And I'm coming to you today with a little preview of the game against the Philadelphia Flyers, as well as some trips down memory lane as far as drafts are concerned and draft debacles. We're going to talk a little bit about that, one draft in particular, as we head into this game. Where we go to the city of brotherly love. Is it really the city of brotherly love? Is that the best name for Philadelphia? Or is it more the city of snark and cruelty to animals? I don't know. I'll let you decide. But I love this Eastern trip. I love Eastern hockey. I am so happy to see this different style that we get to see, where it's more of there's got more intensity to it, and I like the pace of it out there. It's just fun stuff. So I'm eating it up. I hope that you do as well. And before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, I'd like for you to do me a favor. Give me a subscribe, comment, like, share, print this off, put it on a carrier pigeon, send it to a different castle. Do whatever it is that you've got to do to get the word out for me, and I would appreciate you a lot. So the Stars were coming off of 4 straight wins. We have to have all the confidence in the world coming off of that 7-0 trouncing of the Montreal Canadiens. Just amazing performance. We finally get that dominant win, and I think that that's going to go a long way to taking this team to that next level. So we've had points in 11 of our last 12. It's just incredible. Last I checked, we were number 3 in the league in the standings. So way to go. And this team is only going to get better with all the players that we've got coming off of IR here soon. So Philadelphia plays tonight. So some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about to you right now, or it might be out of date, but it's close enough. So today they play the St. Louis Blues, but as of now they have 2 losses in a row. They are 5-3-2 in their last 10. Philadelphia is playing .500 hockey, and us on the flip side of it, we finally got a positive goal differential out of that last game. We've got 3 straight games of penalty kill perfection, 10 penalty kills in a row for these guys. And all of the big guns for us are cranking out points right now. Robo is absolutely on fire with 3 goals, 3 assists in the last 2 games. It's hard to get better than that. 3 points a game, get out of here. So Rantanen on pace for 110 points. Wyatt Johnston is on pace for 50 goals. Radek Faksa had his best game of the year by a mile, 3 assists. He was playing like a madman all over the ice, just subtle stuff, a subtle madman. And a not so subtle madman in Colin Blackwell, who is just Charlie Hustle. He had a goal and an assist on the last game. Thomas Harley finally broke his pointless streak. And Lian Bichsel is playing the best hockey that we've seen of him this year. Going back to the playoffs last year where he was looking really good, he's back to that form now. And just a pleasure to watch this last game. Both of our goalies are coming off of big victories. DeSmith came out, shut out the Montreal Canadiens in the last game here, and did it in very impressive fashion. Before that, he had another great game. In between those 2 games, he had a .981 save percentage, saving 54 of 55 shots. Just incredible stuff. And Jake Ottinger, for his part, after the first period, absolutely shut down the opposition in Ottawa to have us come back on that 3-2 victory. So I don't know who they're going to put in net. Your guess is as good as mine with these goalie decisions, but either one is going to be just fine. So I'm not worried about that one bit here. So let's talk a little bit about Travis Konecny. The Philadelphia Flyers picked him in the 2015 draft, which was an amazing draft, and we're going to break down kind of that there. We had a big miss. He was still on the board. We could have taken him. He is their first-line right wing. He's just under a point-a-game player, and he's got some feist to his game too. So he brings a lot of things to the table that this team could use. We don't have a lot of grit in our top six, especially with Jamie Benn on IR and in the later stages of his career. We would have really loved to have had a guy like Konecny. And instead, we took Denis Gurianov. And he didn't do a whole lot in the NHL. He's playing in Moscow now. At the time that he was picked, still on the board were Kyle Connor, Matthew Barzal, and Thomas Chabot, who we saw yesterday. He's the number 2 defenseman for the Ottawa Senators. And Barzal has been the number 1 center for many years on the island in New York. We're going to see him in this next game. Kyle Connor, we see him enough in our division, what he can do. And we missed on all of those guys. So just you can't have drafts like that, especially in a draft where there's these were players. I mean, I had them ranked higher, those players. I had Kyle Connor ranked 12th, Matthew Barzal ranked 6th, Travis Konecny ranked 8th, Thomas Chabot ranked 26th. I had Gurianov ranked 31st, and Central Scouting had Kyle Connor ranked 13th, Barzal ranked 11th, Konecny ranked 14th, and Chabot ranked 16th, all above Denis Gurianov, who was just a major reach at the time. We could have traded up 2 spots and taken Mikko Rantanen. We love our Finns. We didn't do that. We could have had him a long time ago. This was just an incredible draft. Some of the names that went, this was the McDavid year. He went first. You had Eichel second. You had Noah Hannafin. You had Dylan Strome. You had Mitch Marner. Zach Werenski was taken 8th overall that year. I mean, just an incredible draft year. And these are the things that you kind of look back on. This was one of the rarer misses for Jim Nill, because he's usually pretty good in the draft, but this one I'm sure he would want back. You could almost throw a dart at the CSS top 20 and come out with a better pick than what we did. So the Flyers are coming into this game with Zegras leading them in points with 16 in 16 games played. Travis Konecny, who we talked about, has 14 points in 16 games played. Co-leads the team with 5 goals. And they've got a young stud in Matvei Michkov, who is a very talented player. Really fun to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Dallas comes into this game with some injuries. Jamie Benn might be back. Let's hope, but he's been out with a punctured lung since the preseason, and he's on the trip, so he is possible that you could see him. Matt Duchene is day-to-day. He's been day-to-day for a long time with a concussion, so I wouldn't hold my breath on that. Actually, he's not even on the trip, so that one's not going to happen. Adam Ernie, freshly injured in the game against Ottawa, where he went into the boards, and looks like he suffered a lower body injury on that one. He's week to week, so we're not going to see him. And then you've got Nils Lundkvist out as well. So we're still a little banged up, but we're getting closer to full strength there. Philadelphia, for their part, has on IR Rasmus Ristolainen, who is a very solid defenseman for him. He went out with a ruptured tricep last year in March. He's been out quite a bit, and he is not expected to play either. So Dallas has has a pretty good offense now, 3.17 goals for per game. We're going up against the number 5 defense in the league in Philadelphia at 2.56 goals against per game. Philadelphia's offense is pretty pitiful. The 30th ranked offense at 2.56 goals per game. And Dallas is moving right on up. That we now have the number 10 defense in the league at 2.89 goals against per game. So looking better there. And Dallas has the number 2 power play in the league, 33%. This is the matchup I'm really looking forward to seeing, as we are going up against an equally good Philadelphia penalty kill that's killing at 89%, good for number 2 in the league. The Philadelphia power play is middle of the pack, 15th ranked, 20%, and our penalty kill moving on up with the recent hot streak at 75% on the year. So it should be another good one. This could be one of those trap games where you've had 2 high-profile games, especially against Montreal, but also in Ottawa, where you had the better ranked teams, and I'm sure that they had those circled on their calendar. This one, you may not necessarily focus on it as much, and they have some things that they do really well. So we got to watch out for these guys, and hopefully we can come to you with some good news on the back end of this. If you want to reach me, I can be reached at The Foil Hockey. That's THEFOIL Hockey at gmail.com. Or you can find me on Reddit at The Foil Hockey. And I look forward to coming to you guys soon with some more.